What's going on, everyone? It's WTF Wednesday live in action, y'all. What's going on? What's going
What's
on?
up, beautiful people? Glad y'all are here. One more week with us. Y'all been rocking with us for a while now. Hey, I love the commitment. Whether you've been catching the lives or catching the replay, thank you for joining. Thank you for being with us. We appreciate your time. And yeah, it's gonna be another great episode.
Oh man, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like you guys don't understand, we got so many things popping right now. But as always, what we focus on are the teenagers. So while we have a lot of things going on in the background, they're our highest priorities. So, we wanted to take this segment to really discuss some of the things that, these teenagers should expect once they join the WTF mentorship. And because it's a 12-week curriculum, we have multiple modules, and Coach Dmitri is going to go into that, and we're going to really show these young people what they can expect. And you parents out there, you need to send this live out there to the other parents that have teenagers, because they need to get into this program. But with that being stated, man, it's been great things. I gotta announce this, bro. So I had a meeting with the juvenile department this week. So a young lady is doing a capstone project with 5 other college people. I don't know why I got froze up. College students, and they're doing a project about my book, Corporate Convict. Man. So she wanted to do an interview with me, and she works at the Juvenile Detention Center where she got my book, because I left it there for a few of the teenagers. And man, I was there for 4 hours pouring into those people. Like, I was so exhausted. I was exhausted the day after. That's how tired I was. I just gave it all. Like,
you left it all on the court, as they say in sports. Hey, leave it all on the floor, and that's what we do here, man. And I'm glad you start off with that, because that's very pivotal, man. Like, just think about where we were this time last year, man. Just a short 12 months ago, man. We were going through that transformation process of, renewing our mindset and getting into the mind frame that we can now pass that knowledge on to the next generation in the form of having this academy up and rolling, which is all your vision, divinely inspired by the Most High. Thank you, Lord, for blessing Ernest with that vision, because we're about to change some lives in this new generation, in these young people's lives. So just to kind of segue into our discussion, open enrollment is in less than about a week or so. So August 1st is when we're officially opening up enrollment for all the young men to sign up for our academy, for our course, for our curriculum. The spots are limited simply because, we are scaling, and we want to really devote as much attention to each young man as possible. So we're not accepting any and everybody. We will be vetting people, but those who really show interest and show that they're really hungry, and parents also, we definitely want to work with some parents who are actively involved in the progression of their child's life. Not just sending them off to school and just say, hey, get good grades. This program entails the entire family. I mean, parents don't have to be involved, but we do encourage that, because quite frankly, the parents are the leaders. Like, whether y'all realize it or not, whether your son expresses this to you or not, your child does follow your lead, or did at one particular point. And, if the child sees you buying into their future and their success by way of participating in the activities and the courses and the modules that we have set up for you here at the WTF, then they're more than likely to buy into it as well. So we always encourage the parents to take that lead and encourage their child to also take action.
Yeah, man, the parents are so critical. I want to tug on that a little bit, but hey, what we're teaching these young men are going to change the entire dynamics of your entire family. Like, anybody they come in contact with after this mentorship, after this program, is going to be changed and touched, because they're going to see the change in them. So this is just not about the individual, as Dmitri stated. It's about the parents. It's about the cousins, the brothers, the sisters. They're going to be in. This is a ripple effect. From that one teen is going to have a ripple effect around everybody that they're circled with. and some are going to run away from it. They're not going to be able to understand that energy, and we brace them for that too. But we want all the parents to be involved because, again, it takes a village, you all, and they're looking up to you. And the things we're teaching them, you probably need to learn. But I'm gonna leave that alone.
No, that's facts, and not just taking anything away from the parents, but I mean, honestly, I'm about to be a parent myself, and I've gone through college, and I've graduated from Georgia State, one of the top 50 business schools. At least when I finished, it was top 50 business school in the entire country. And I'm not saying that to toot my own horn or show you my credentials. I'm telling you that to tell you that the school system, even at the highest level of the collegiate system, I graduated a business school without even learning how to start my own business. So that should tell you something. Thank goodness I was able to go on a scholarship by way of my job. I didn't pay anything. I don't have any debt, so thank goodness I don't have to pay anything back. But I did spend a lot of time. That's one of the most precious resources that we do have. I feel like I wasted a good majority of my time in a classroom learning theory that was outdated by the time I graduated. So we are definitely here at the WTF. We don't have that type of setup. If that's what if that's what your child is looking to do, there is a position. There is a need for college. If you need to be an engineer, a doctor, lawyer, by all means, we definitely need you to get the formal structure for that. Yes. But anybody who's looking to be an entrepreneur and really use their God-given gifts to create a different path for themselves other than going to a 9-to-5 job, being killed by death by 1,000 cuts, as Ernest always says, or going to the military and serving an entity such as the government, which just sees us as tax revenue. The WTF Academy curriculum is the fastest way to get jump started on that path of independence through entrepreneurship.
Yes. Like I don't know how to bottle this without taking 2 hours to talk about it, but as Dmitri stated, there's different routes you can go to be successful. You can go the college route. You can work a 9-to-5 for the rest of your life. To you, that may seem successful. And that may be what they want to do. And if it is, then good. I want them to be happy at whatever they want to do. But the ones that are not happy, the ones that are confused, the ones that don't know what they want to do, they just know they don't want to go the traditional route. Those are the ones that we want, because we know ways to allow them to become successful at whatever they do. This is all part of the curriculum. This is a part of the coaching, the group calls, and let's not mention the community. Like, you cannot put a price tag on community, because a lot of these kids are out here suffering in silence because they've shut down on the parent, and their friends don't think it's cool, anything that they're thinking about. So they bottle it up and they suffer in silence, and they just sit there and exist. They stop living. And that's why it's so easy for them to say suicide. They ain't living anyway, because they don't believe that they have a future. Because we as parents have been telling them, if you don't do this, you're going to be a loser. If you don't do this, you're going to struggle. If you don't do this, you're going to have a hard time, and you're not going to be in my house. So they're afraid that you're going to put them out. They already don't know what they want to do. And so now they don't even have friends to talk to. So they talk to only online friends, because they don't have to see them, and they vent to them. But the whole time they're suffering in silence. And if this sounds like any teenager that you know, those are the ones that we want. I mean, we're not turning down any teenagers, but let me rephrase that, because it's definitely going to be a vetting process. We're not accepting anything, because you have to meet certain criteria to even be allowed into this mentorship, because we need to know that you want something, because that's the main thing that we need you to do, is want something. If they just want something that's not traditional and they need help and guidance, this is where it's at.
Absolutely. And I just can't help but kind of dig a little bit deeper into this curriculum since we spend so much time into it. I'm not going to give away too much because we definitely want to leave some for the people who are interested in joining. But it's structured in such a way that it flows well and it helps the mentee discover themselves throughout the whole course of the 12-week project, or not project, but the 12-week curriculum. So it's structured into three different steps. So each step or each formula will take approximately 4 weeks or so. All right. So we have the first formula, which focuses on the belief system. And in that, we have different modules, and each module is correlated with action items. Because one of our mantras here at the WTF is action takers are money makers. And we definitely want all of our mentees to end up finishing these 12 weeks on the track, on the fast track, to be able to say that they are entrepreneurs with having their own digital product. But I'm jumping a little too far. So formula number one focuses on belief system. And then within that formula, we define what belief system is, that we go into confidence, we explain.
Wait a minute, Dmitri, you giving them too much. Don't give them all that.
Not all that. Not all that. That's too much. Okay, well listen. Mr. WTF said that was a little too much. I was just gonna give y'all a little sneak peek. But listen, so high level, Formula 1 is belief system. Formula 2 is called U. It's an acronym for youthful, optimistic, and unstoppable. We talk about, I don't want to talk about too much into that, but we dig into them as a person and how they can unlock their full potential. And then in Formula 3, we go into the creation process of the digital product. So I don't want to, and I get excited talking about this because I want to let y'all know what is in store and what y'all can expect. But I need to go ahead and dial back a little bit before I say too much.
Hey, no, that's dope. You know how, hey, we're excited about it. And just for full transparency, you all, Dmitri revamped this curriculum so much. I created a skeleton and he put the meat on it, and rearranged some things to where it's solid right now. It's great. Like everybody that's went through it, and many of our teams have, even the things that they didn't like, we adjust, because the thing is, every child is important. Every young teen is important. So I challenge every one of my teams. If you don't believe in this, show me. Tell me why. You got to show me something that's not valid. And they've never been able to do it. So if you can't show me what's wrong with it, then show me why you're not going to do it. That's just old programming saying you don't want to invest the time. You're afraid you might not be able to do it. You're afraid you might stand out. Well, hey, listen, we do stand out. We create standouts. When you get through this curriculum, you're going to stand out amongst your circle. Everybody's going to be like, who is this when they get through here? Because, again, we have weekly calls. We reach out to the parents. If the parents tell us that their grades are slacking, we own them. And then not just me and Dmitri, but the whole community, like the other guys that get on them, their own peers, because that's what we're building within this whole WTF Men's Academy, is a community of young men that can talk to each other, that can toss things back and forth to see, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? That can accept constructive criticism, if that's not an oxymoron, but that's a whole nother topic. But that's what we're building here. And in addition to the curriculum, they get so much more that comes with that curriculum. Like when they complete that curriculum, there's a whole nother step, and there's a lot of things that come within that. But we're not going to give them that because we don't want them to be motivated by that. We want them to be motivated to change, to adjust, and find out who they are. And once they find out who they are and why their belief system is what it is, then now we can unlearn those things and teach new daily habits and different things. And I'm probably going too far with that. But these are some of the things that we do. We're hands-on. We talk every day just about, like, hey, they know we cracking jokes too. Like, we have fun with our guys. It's not just serious. We're not no instructors like, you better do this. No, we're having fun. We might even talk about sex and condoms and safe sex and whatever's on their mind, they can talk about it in the call because we're here to give them that Migos.
Yes, absolutely.
Migos, you all. That's the acronym: motivation, instruction, guidance, and ongoing support. Like, we're not pushing them through our program and telling them, now go do what you do. No, it's ongoing support. You're part of this community. You know, we're not just going to kick you out where you can't join the call anymore. I ain't gonna say who did that, but that's a whole nother story. Somebody got that joke. But anyway, we really care about these young people, and we're putting our program in the juvenile detention center because we really want to get a hold to those young people before they go that route. They are already wearing orange jumpsuits, and when I was pouring into them, it was just to see the sparkle in their eyes, man. Because I was telling them everything that we talk about in the mentorship, and one guy got teary-eyed, and all the staff, every time they talked to him, they were like, "Why don't you ever smile? Why don't you ever smile?" And he, you know, and then I asked him, you know, why does he think he's, you know, in there? And he said, because I'm dumb. You know, I couldn't let that ride.
Yeah.
I had to tell him, no, man, don't ever say that about yourself. I wrote, when I signed his book, I wrote that in his book, and you should have seen him. He looked like me. Kool-Aid.
It's probably one of the first times somebody actually truly said something out of love, because like what you said didn't have any ulterior motive. It was just, you were just giving just to see that young man mindset improve, and that's what we're all about. Yes. I mean, if you know, this program is going to change the lives of not only the people who we're mentoring, but it's going to create ripple effects because they're going to change and become better people. And our mission is for us to create other mentors and other leaders, so it can be different chapters and different sects of this academy all across the world, man. And you know, that's what it's all about. Like, the, you know, money is like a byproduct of creating value. And most times people chase the money, and they are always chasing it. And like, the word chase implies that something is running from you. So when you're in alignment with their purpose, and when you're truly working to provide value to people without, you know, trying to, you know, nickel and diamond for everything that they got, you know, like, the money comes. So that's not anything that's on the top of our list. We're looking to create change first and foremost, and everything else will fall into place. And if you as a parent, or if you as an uncle or aunt or grandparent know any teen boys who are troubled, who need a community of positive influencers, a community of positive peer pressure, you know, hit us up in our DMs, leave us a comment. You know, pretty soon we'll have some funnels up and running. Our business number, you can text that and then get all the information that you need about us, and you can share that amongst your circle. But yeah, we're in this for real true change, y'all, and it's a reason why what we're doing hasn't really been done before on any type of scale, not even a large scale. Because I mean, all political stuff aside, this is me just talking as a Black man. I really truly feel like Black men are the least loved people on this planet. We see it in the media. We see how Black men are stigmatized, but it's not even true. Like, I grew up in a, you know, not so wealthy area of Atlanta, and you know, I was around some of those troublemakers, but there are a lot of good, you know, well-to-do men who look like me, who want to do better, and that's who we're looking to serve. That's who we're here for. The ones who want to do better but don't necessarily know how, or have the resources to do better for themselves.
Oh, yes, man. Don't get me started on that. Everybody know how I feel about that, but no, seriously, just to piggyback on what Dmitri was stating, like, they need to see us. You know, and I always challenge the parents, just like I challenged the juvenile department. I said, all you got to do is let us talk to them once. They'll know whether or not they want to be in this. So you can set up a consultation call. The link is out there on most of our sites. If you don't see it and you want to set up a call, DM either one of us, DM the WTF Men's Academy, and somebody will definitely get you scheduled. for a consultation. Bring your team, come along, explain to us what's going on. And listen, all I need is one conversation, and I'll be able to tell you whether or not they'll be a part of this program. But most of them, yeah, it's hard it's hard to tell this egghead no. Hey,
Yeah.
I got away with them, man, and they know because they feel, and that's what I love about me and you is that our backgrounds are different but still similar in areas. So it's not completely foreign, it's just different. So some of them will cling to you more than they'll cling to me, and vice versa. And that's what makes us so diverse. And we got two other coaches on my radar right now. I have a meeting set up with them. They're in my Success Sunday call. So I already got, we already talking about doing some work together, because once we close this juvenile detention center contract, it's time to build the team a little bit more.
Absolutely. And that's what I look forward to, man, because the larger our team gets, the more people that we could serve. Right. And we can get through the curriculum, and then not only that, at the end, I'm not gonna say too much, but once they finish the 12-week program, we have a nice surprise for y'all. So I'm gonna just say that, and it's gonna benefit the entire family. So not just the mentees, mom, dad, uncle, auntie, guardian, whoever's looking after y'all can benefit from this once the child finishes the curriculum. They have to complete it, because we encourage action taking. So you have to take action in order to benefit. So absolutely. So
bro, like they're gonna have goals set up. I mean, they're gonna have so much set up within those 12 weeks. And like I say, everything that we're doing, we want to include the parents. We want to include, if they have counselors, if they have juvenile officers, whoever they have that's impactful in their life, we want to talk to them also, because they have influence over these young people. And so if we could get them on board with what we're doing, then they'll be even more supportive of the team, and he'll feel less pressure and feel like, hey, I got somebody to talk to. Somebody believes in me, and somebody wants to see me doing something different. I'm telling you, man, some of these teams are just waiting to launch. They're waiting to just release that line within them, but they're suffering in silence right now, man. And all of the shootings and the suicides and stuff like that, all of that can be prevented. A lot of it, if not all of it, a lot of it can be prevented. But even if it's not a lot, if we could prevent just one, then it's worth it.
Absolutely.
If we could just convince one. Because again, as Dmitri said, we're not trying to bust your head with charging you for every book, that's not, no. We don't chase money. Money chases us. So we don't even talk about that. We do teach the teens though on how to manage money and understand what money is. That is part of the curriculum that I'll drop on them, because my man Dmitri is Black Crypto. He's taught me so much about money to where I was like, man, I know that. So imagine what these teenagers are thinking. And I'm 47.
Yeah, man. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, man. And all thanks to Ernest for having the faith in me to be able to lead this program that he started off. And he talked about, what if we can just change one? But I don't know if he really talked much. We mentioned it in the past, but we've already had 6 go through the program as is and start their own businesses and break the confidence barrier of running track and trying different sports and recording their first songs and being powerlifting champions and starting for top. I can just go on and on. So and not only that, professional photographers helping us out on the staff. Going through the program, and we're onboarding them and promoting from within the organization to run our social media, to create blog posts pretty soon. So we're building a team of, leaders who we're pushing through and who we're teaching the structure of how to be successful and how to think and how to tap into who they actually are, their God-given talents and abilities. And that's something that we as a mass, as people, are not taught through the traditional school system. So that's what we're aiming to do. That's what we have been doing, and that's what we will continue to do and continue to expand going into the future. So if that sounds like something you and your team would want to definitely be interested in participating in, hit us up right now. Don't delay. Registration opens up August 1st. We're accepting 20 mentees. If it's a dire need and we've hit our cap, we'll take it as a case-by-case basis. We definitely don't want to turn anybody away, especially if they're hungry for progression and hungry for becoming their best self. So yeah, August 1st, and you'll definitely hear more about us and seeing more about ads and our funnels to sign up and get more information.
Yes, indeed. You know my vision, Dmitri. I told you this a long time ago, is we build up these leaders, they can run this whole business. Retire me. I'm ready to retire. I plan on retiring by 50 anyway. So I got 3 years to build this thing up to where these teenagers are sitting our old butts back. And hey, I'm ready to play some golf. But I told my wife, 3 years, I'm going hard in the paint. But the next 3 years, we going nonstop. Like, we don't take days off.
Nah.
For 3 years, I'm going, because when I turn 50, we're gonna have so many leaders, man. They're gonna be running this business and teaching these new young folks coming up behind them. Because remember, we do the unlearn, learn, and teach. So those are 3. Maybe I'm giving them too much again, man. I get to run in my mouth.
Hey, man, listen. Hey, I think it's good, like, to at least give them a sneak peek, because we've been talking about some good stuff. But I think now, since we're getting towards that time where we're definitely looking to open up the portal and onboard people, I definitely think this is good information, and for us to start to give little nuggets of what we're offering. And I'm not just saying that we're going to change their life, but people definitely want to know, at least a little detail about how we plan on doing that. So I don't think it's too much. Hopefully y'all have gotten some value from this live. I definitely enjoyed talking with you all and reading all the comments, and whoever is watching on the replay. Hey, we're still here for y'all, and thank y'all for tapping in on the replay as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hey, as Dmitri stated, I can't say it any better, man. Like, I'm excited because I know school is starting back in about a month or so. So these next 4 weeks in August is really going to prep them to hit school running. I mean, they're going to hit it like they never hit it before, because this thing is going to be different. 4 weeks, the first 4 weeks, this thing is different, and school will be a smooth transition. Like, ooh, I love it. But hey, as you stated, you all are going to see a lot of ads coming from us, a lot of posts about this August the 1st. Send this out to everybody you know who has a team, especially a trouble team, and let's set up a call. You can get that consultation link, DM us, let us know. But we're doing big things in August, you all. Let's kick this thing off right.
Let's get it. Let's go. Hey, and always remember, WTF not only means what's the formula. WTF means winning takes focus. So if you're trying to win, always focus in on whatever you're doing. So I'm gonna leave that last gem with y'all. I'll see y'all. We will see y'all next Wednesday. Peace.